Time to get ready for the Larry and Needles Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Larry and Needles Show. I'm Larry.
And I'm Needles.
And I'm Kiki. And welcome to a new year.
Happy motherfucking New Year, yes.
Fucking,
Hey, does that thing have a stain on it?
let me tell you.
What?
The Larry Needle Show?
Yes, it does.
Jesus.
Oh,
Let me tell you,
it's just on the
you
one
want to know
side.
what's gay? New Year's Eve parties. You're a slave to the clock all fucking day. You get
Yeah.
up for work. You go, you live your life by the clock, and then here you are waiting until midnight like a real fagoot for shit to come, so then you
Well,
can celebrate one day off and then go back to work and slave to the clock.
Of course, we had the band over, and everyone did a bunch of mushrooms, and we played on the internet, and that was real fun for our friends in Canada and, of course, across the United States.
Hey, Canada, go get fucked. You're gonna become our next
all the
state.
growers and such. Yeah, it
Which
was
is nice.
Was
it
the
was
51st
nice.
state?
51st
Yeah.
state. And Trudeau's going to be the governor.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That guy couldn't
Yeah,
find
he'll
his
be-
fucking ass with both of his hands.
Right.
He'll be canned.
Hopefully
That's all right,
not.
though. Hopefully, I mean, you know what? Canada has, I mean, there are a bunch of fucking fagoots up there.
No.
No,
Yeah,
the
they
Canadian
are.
people,
Talking
those
about-
I like
No.
them. They're good people.
Some
I'm
of
not
them
gonna-
are. The
I'm not
French
gonna go
Canadians,
with
come
that.
on.
Well, all right, yeah.
See, there we, now you go.
That's a small
you have
portion.
stipulations.
That's the small
Hey,
portion.
you know what kind of small I like? 0.
Yeah.
That's my kind of small
Okay.
number.
My little, yeah.
Okay,
Well, these boys are fucking pretty
Asian
tough,
box.
and they're not, they're like lumberjacks and shit like that.
Okay, well, that's fine. There's a couple
Outdoors,
good. You
and
gotta,
they're not fucking.
There's a couple good eggs.
They're
everywhere.
northern
They're not
rednecks
Canucks at all.
that
Yeah,
speak
they're
with a little
fucking-
different A.
They're just
Yeah,
like
that's
us,
true.
man.
They're very
these
nice
guys.
too. Go
I
spend your
met,
fucking loonies somewhere else.
Yeah.
I met him in person and everything
How
before.
are they
At least
kissers?
one of them.
The good kissers?
Oh yeah,
Little maple syrup
Just
lips,
like-
is that what they called you?
just like
Maple
here.
syrup lips. That's a good band name.
No, what was the other one that I said? Oh,
Kissing Trudeau.
Ethnobomb.
Yeah.
Ethnobomb.
Yeah, but that's an actual weapon.
I know,
Created
that
by
would be a good band
Created
name,
by
though.
the what do you call it? The saucer heads. Because Larry wants me to cut down on my saucer head talk.
I don't care what you do.
No, you didn't. You actually made
So
him.
here's the thing,
Once you
man.
look at you see what he did? He's boxing me out.
No,
That's what
no.
he's totally doing. This
no.
fucking ass clown.
I'll tell you
Well, I
about
was going to talk
Tommy.
about the ethnos bomb, but that's all right.
Oh, you can.
Well, I mean,
Actually,
basically,
yeah.
the fucking saucer heads. You know, they figured that they were gonna make a weapon
That
to kill
only
the
affected,
Palestinians.
right?
It just
And
affected
actually,
them.
it's pretty smart.
Yeah, until
just
they
like the
realized
pagers.
they share the same DNA.
Yeah.
but
Right.
they'd just be killing themselves.
Until they figured out it didn't work.
Yeah, and this came out in what was it 25 years ago?
Yeah.
It was like 1999 or something.
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
they even released the plug to Wired
Yeah, it's
magazine.
was funny. I wish I could say the joke I told Kiki, but I can't.
Yeah.
But no, but okay, you can keep going, Larry. I would just read
Okay.
about that today, which because like Kiki said, they actually told a magazine about this.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
how
I
they-
think, you know, it's kind of like right after that is when they developed the pager plan.
yeah, and they did 9/11, but that's another time we'll talk
Yeah.
about.
Well, no, that was actually, this was after that. 9/11.
Absolutely.
Because this was, what, 2008? Or no, it
No,
was.
it was 1999.
That's right. All right.
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
that's right. Because it's only almost
25
been
years
30
ago.
years. It's
Yeah, it was
almost been 30 years.
Yeah, so this
That's
was
right,
right
you're
before
right.
they did 9/11.
This was, yeah.
Let me tell you,
it was in the
there's
making.
another 9/11 thing I was talking about with Larry. That this guy, I was listening to a 9/11 podcast, and this guy was saying that they use like drone planes. He's like a, I don't know, self-proclaimed expert on this, but that they attached. See, there's a trail that comes off because look, the planes look fake, all this other bullshit, whatever. But he was saying that they used some sort of
Low-grade-
low-grade nuclear warhead or something to shoot through the building, and that's why it punctured through the other side. To get through all, you know what I mean?
All of it,
Because
yeah.
there was only certain weaponry that they had that could cut
Because the
through all of
beams in
that.
the core of
Well,
that building
it's made
are
to
fucking
withstand planes
unbelievable.
flying into
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
but-
if you
well,
look at how it's
Look
made.
what
Yeah.
just happened in South Korea. Did you see that?
No, what
With
happened?
the birds hit a plane and it crashed. That's
Oh,
what they're
yeah.
saying. There's been 3 plane crashes in the last 2 weeks.
Oh, man, I haven't been paying
Yeah,
attention.
it is crazy the way that these that these planes are made. And never, you know what? I mean, do we really? I know it's easily to say, but it's like, what the fuck do we believe and what don't we believe? Do we assume everything is fake and gay, or do we just assume that it's just being fed to us to make us more stupid?
Well, I think going into 2025, there's a lot more people that are willing to believe and accept a lot more crazy shit that in the old days, like what we would think was totally acceptable, it was a lot less of a percentage of people like
Well,
us.
but they only had
That would
television.
believe it.
Yeah,
But they only
it's
had
getting
television
bigger.
back then too. Think about this.
Yeah, and
No, I'm
60
just
minutes.
saying, though, in the
and
last
that's
couple
it.
of years alone, people have waken
Yeah,
up
the advancement-
immensely,
the
man. Just
advancement
because
of-
of,
The advancement of satelloons
fake.
and way to connect people with what do you call it? With news and facts.
Yeah.
Is it's astounding, and it also puts people, because like they say, because you know what, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't trust this Elon Musk guy at all. I think he's a fucking supervillain. I think he's 10 times worse than Bill Gates.
I don't know about that.
Why don't you know about that?
I don't think.
Well,
it's
I've known-
worse than
This is
him.
what I'm just saying.
I know the
think that
bullshit
he
Gates
is.
has done. I'm waiting. Musk is probably going to pull some bullshit.
Well, Musk has all this money, okay? Why
Yeah.
don't you do good? Why are you sitting around fucking
Well,
sending
what do you mean?
rockets to where, you know what I mean? Like, okay, you want to help people out. Buy a place,
Well,
fucking
he does a
build
lot
houses.
of philanthropy that you don't hear about.
Yeah,
and
but
shit.
the point is, though, if you have this much money and you keep on flaunting it, then what does he have, like $500 million or something like that? I don't know.
How
his
is he
exact numbers.
flaunting it though?
Oh, he's got billions.
Yeah, okay, billions, yeah, whatever he has, but or 4 or 5 billion or something like that. Flaunting it by buying the government. All of a sudden, he's just buddy with a president elect, hanging out with them. Those guys are like, you know what I mean? They're like Dumb and Dumber fucking.
Well,
together.
I will tell you what. He is one of the only foreign people to own a facility in China. And
Okay.
supposedly the Chinese government, they have to own everything on their land.
And
who knows what kind of deal he's got going with it.
okay, so
Who knows?
first of all,
So they
his
got
father,
some percentage of it, no matter what.
Yeah, his father owned
Or the
Emerald Mines.
technology into it.
He's
Yeah.
never created anything. Bought fucking SpaceX. Bought into fucking PayPal. Everything that
I
he's
think
done,
he helped with PayPal, but I think he bought Tesla after it was started.
It was created. PayPal was created already,
Yeah.
so he might have added to it, just like
You
any,
know.
you know what I mean, just capitalism. But I think everything that he has. But now all of a sudden, it's like this guy just gives off this fucking vibe where it's like.
Because it's like Billy Preston playing on the Beatles. He didn't create the Beatles, but you're not going to give him the credit just because he's African.
Yeah, like something to like that. But well, you just buy him out with money and shut him up. It's like, and then all of a sudden, now this guy.
He's technically an African American, so you shouldn't.
Well,
be able
I don't know,
to
but
say
South
anything
America,
bad
South
about
South
African.
African American, yeah.
But now all of a sudden he's like,
nonetheless.
hey, you know what we don't need anymore is white Americans. You know who we're gonna replace them with? Fucking street shitters.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? All of a sudden you're telling us we need these Indians and we're not good enough to fucking after
What
you've been-
Indians?
Well, is that
What are
where
you
he's talking about the engineers he
visas?
wants?
Yeah,
it?
the
Oh.
I'm not going to talk about the visas, but I'm just going to talk about that this fucking guy comes here, does all this bullshit, and then all of a sudden he's like, even fucking Vivek is like, we don't need Americans, white Americans. We need fucking foreigners. It's like, you guys are talking about immigration and how we need to get rid of the people that are coming in, and now also just going to give this shit away.
Well, they want the same shit that's been coming here forever. The highly educated, the
Highly
intelligent
educated.
people that are
yeah, but,
programmers.
okay, I understand that
Upper echelon only.
Yeah.
this is the melting pot created by a frisbee head, but
Yeah.
who coined the term, shall I say, frisbee, you know what I mean? But why the fuck do we need more of these people here?
These guys are all in cahoots with the globalists.
But isn't it funny how everything just changes every single day? Shit just like all of a sudden when you wake up one day and they're like, "Yep, we need more foreigners, but they got to be Indian." It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you? Like all of a sudden you were in this.
Wait, when
thing,
did this happen though?
This
I
is
don't
happening
remember
within the
this.
last 2
we
weeks.
need Indians.
But but
said
it's like all of a
this?
sudden you want to cut costs and you want to do all this shit and you want to blow smoke up our fucking ass. Listen here, fucker. You're both immigrants. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but who said we need more Indians? That's the part I don't.
Vivek and fucking Elon.
Oh.
They want to start doing these visas or like HB1 visas where they start bringing in, like Kiki said, more
Because the
talented-
kids here are fucking uneducated and unmotivated,
why is
and
that?
they need to get Indians and other...
Because we have the worst education system in the world.
Absolutely, that's what they wanted. They
people
dumbed
come on
us
the
down
main-
to the point where when we need an engineer or someone with a fucking brain, we got to go to India.
Well, no,
a
well-
place where the
Or
kids
Ukraine,
took
Eastern Europe.
school
China.
seriously
Yeah.
and
But-
had to, you know,
Okay, but
and
why? What is this a byproduct of?
Americans.
DEI.
Oh, sure.
This is a byproduct. This is all
Well,
been
it's
planned.
been going
But
for a
that's
while.
been going
Well, no, but this has
longer
been
than
Shitty
planned.
it's
education
called
system.
DEI.
They've been dumbing
Well, but
down
yes,
the education
but
system
this
for decades
DEI,
now.
But this DEI bullshit within the last couple
Well, it's the
months has
tip of
come
the
to
iceberg,
fruition right
yeah.
now. Like you're starting to see that all these unqualified people put in these prominent positions that don't deserve this shit.
Absolutely.
Because all because of you don't want to be racist because they're late 15 minutes or they're cooking
Well, because they
chicken
don't
in
adhere
the
to
break
time.
room. They don't want to be
Yeah.
fried chicken in the break room.
Splattered grease all over the inside of the microwave,
Yeah.
but you can't say shit.
But so it's like, okay, so you want to bring more people in here? That's fucking fine. Let's worry about the people we need to get out first. And you guys are supposed to be part of a department that was cutting spending. You don't have anything to do with.
Yeah, well, no, it's
But it's
I
all
get,
another side.
well, here, I get both sides because we want American companies to rule and control everything.
Absolutely.
So we want the best of the best coming
Capitalism,
here.
yes.
Right.
We don't want them
The best
going to Russia,
minds.
going
We
to
don't
China.
care
But
where.
here's the thing also is that I also look at it from the other side that it's a psyop to get us to not like these guys, to go against Elon and to go against Vivek. Like they put this shit out and like, oh look at these guys now they want to fucking start bringing in illegals.
Well, no, yeah, well, that's how he starts. But the thing is with Vivek or whatever his name is, anyways,
Fake.
he made it.
Turban,
Yeah, dude, he made a shit ton of money on a bullshit
biotech, pump and dump.
bullshit biotech.
Yeah.
He bought a drug that was in like third phase trials or something. I forget what company, but they knew it didn't work.
Yeah, so they fucking pumped
He
they pumped
bought it,
up and-
renamed it, and said it was in the third phase trials. Got a lot of people to invest in it. Knew it didn't work. He dumped it when it was going up.
Yeah.
It's-
It's a
What
fucking
was the,
he's a shady businessman.
What was the drug supposed to do?
Make
You know,
Indians stop shitting in the street.
yeah, they knew it wouldn't work.
Even the placebos, they were like, everybody got a placebo.
Like, fuck. Yeah, no, I forget what it was.
But like I said, this fucking I don't trust the guy.
I don't
okay?
trust any of these guys. They
But-
all work for
well,
them.
yeah.
People like glorify. They're like he's like their savior. Oh, free speech.
Well, here's
My
the
ass,
thing,
there's
though,
no free
Needles.
speech.
There's
we'll
nobody that's gonna be
Corruptible.
infallible. No, not only that, but there's nobody that's gonna have a past that is
Thomas Manson.
perfect. You know,
I'll tell you
I
what,
mean?
if Larry's in charge,
they're always
Oh,
gonna
we
have something.
dead in a week.
he better be scratching my back.
Oh man, you guys can scratch him at the same time.
But seriously, you know, there's always gonna be
That's how-
something
yeah.
in somebody's past that you're like, ah, man,
Past?
that guy's
What are you
a
talking
fucking-
about? Okay, I
Or-
can read you a thing about where he was Elon. Here, I'll fucking even pull it.
I'm
up.
the only
I
person
didn't
that'd
think-
probably be cleaning that whole thing if I got elected.
Yeah, I'd
Definitely,
go
you'd
through
have to go to
Kiki.
Tom's first to make sure you're clean.
Yeah.
That's a first rule of business.
I'd have to
right
stay
there.
there for a
You
year.
can't have
Tom's
STDs
works
when
on
you're
all
in
the
fucking-
presidential candidates.
Yeah.
So basically,
He
fucking-
scrapes them clean.
Yeah,
So Elon Musk was so basically there was a what do you call it?
good old Tom.
Musk paid this guy, this felon, James Howard Higgins, $50,000 for false information about a critic. Musk also confirmed a meeting with Ghislaine Maxwell. He was confirmed at a judo practice where she was, and he publicly admitting to training there on May 7th, 2020.
Okay.
And
But she's
then-
been everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Listen, the richest guy come on, these people, birds of a feather. You know what I mean? Like,
No, yeah.
a chance meeting? Come on. We don't believe in
Oh, I guarantee it's not a
coincidences.
chance meeting.
No. So, basically,
Well-
fucking, what's that?
I don't know. Here's the thing, you know.
And then they were going
Like
to do...
Kiki says, Ghislaine gets around. I
Yeah.
think that's what Ghislaine means in French. She
Meets
gets
fat
around.
tits.
Yeah.
That's what
Oh,
it
and
should mean.
you know, speaking of
Get
Maxwell,
around.
her father,
Robert Maxwell.
he's the one that actually created the.
He moved him over to the Mossad, and
You know
he
how-
created the unit.
Well, no, but you know how like science papers, everything's got to be verified and published.
Yeah.
Okay.
He created that system.
Well, also, and then he indoctrinated us with his textbooks for children.
Oh yeah, I know. It's,
They were
it's
fucking.
insanity.
His shit runs deep. I mean, also he's the one who was like the mastermind of creating like honeypots and blackmailing and using
yeah.
all of this stuff to fucking. I mean, they were.
Well,
doing
he's
this
the one
before.
that put it on the biggest scale
Yes,
possible.
he figured out that we could use child trafficking and all of these other proclivities that people have
Right.
and use it against them in nefarious ways, which at the time is just devious. You know what I mean? But that's the type of people they are.
They
you
don't
know?
give a shit.
They really don't. They don't care about their own people. We've talked about the Abraham.
Well, you know,
Directive.
that's
We talked
all
about-
part of being a psychopath and a narcissist beyond compare, where you only care about yourself and
Yeah.
nobody else, and anybody else is just a player or a piece in your
They're a
fucking
pawn.
game.
Yeah, you're-
man.
you just get to
They're
use and
you're
abuse.
Basically, well, you got to
Even
crack
his
some eggs
daughter.
and make an omelet.
Even his
Okay,
daughter.
and then here we go now. Here's a funny thing let's talk about, too, is this guy that goes in front of the Trump Tower and burns a Cybertruck.
Right.
That was a Green Beret, heavily decorated, highly respected, a
Yes.
real American hero.
A Trump voter too, right?
Yes, he's and people come
Of
out
course,
and
from
say,
here on out, everything that ever happens, the guy's going to be a
but they're
Trump
not using it
voter.
in a bad way. His family said that, like he was you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he was
They're
American.
saying he wouldn't
Yeah,
do that.
Like
Yeah.
no, this was completely opposite of his MO. So,
Well, he
all
could
of a
be MK Ultra, man.
well, no, but okay,
I mean,
but
let's face
he was
it.
shot in the head before he detonated the bomb.
Huh.
They came to find out. But okay, what is the irony though? A
And they
Tesla
tried to say
truck,
that it happened simultaneously on some TV thing.
well, a
Aaron was
Tesla
watching.
truck in front of
Trump Tower. or
Trump
something.
Tower with fireworks in it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, really? Like you can't get more. It's more
couldn't be
blasé,
more
like
fake.
laziness. But at the same time, now what is this supposed to do to us?
Yeah. Well, Elon said he's sending his best techs out there to try to get the video footage
Yeah.
off the
I mean,
Cybertruck
well, they don't even-
to see what you know.
They already
if
got him
can
at
get it.
charge stations. Like they know, you know what I mean.
What, the actual
like,
guy?
Well, the truck, that they
truck,
got there.
so they don't-
and
yeah.
then also we'll talk about this, which
So
I mean,
every time you charge one of those fucking things, it's getting documented somewhere.
that whole truck
Okay.
is recording
That
you from
is
the
fucking
the minute you
insane,
park the
man.
minute you park
I never
that
thought
truck.
of that.
Dude, and they
Oh,
have so
yeah.
many cameras around that thing. So yeah, they can watch you
Dude,
plug it in.
all
they
night
can
long.
watch all
That thing's
shit.
on.
I went in Carlos' car, man.
What?
I couldn't believe. Well,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying he's got one
Oh,
of those
oh,
fucking
he's got a
Tesla.
Tesla,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those things are the
I
Teslas are
couldn't
recording
fucking believe all the
fucking
bullshit
time.
going on.
So
in
many,
that thing. It was
so many
amazing.
cameras.
Like,
I don't know
people
how
don't-
he could pay attention to the road. I'd be looking at that screen the whole time.
Oh,
I
yeah, it's
couldn't
bigger.
fucking
Well, you get
tear
used
my
to it,
eyes
though.
out.
That's
Bigger
the
than the
thing.
laptop.
Yeah, much bigger than the laptop.
Yeah, you get used to it though. But what do you call it?
pretty
so then
cool.
getting back to this is so funny. So then
But the thing's documenting your every fucking
oh
move.
yeah, it's recording you. It's
Every move.
it's checking
Man.
your eyes, making sure your eyes are on the road, that you're not sleeping. It tells how your body's moving. You can
Every
look
time
at
you pick your
breathing.
ass and then sniff your fingers.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
whacking
man.
off when you're auto driving,
yeah.
which is very
It's
funny.
catching all that shit.
So then
Amazing.
we know that these two guys rented from the same place. The car.
Yeah.
Well, the same company was
the
it?
same car
Tulo
Turo.
or Turo?
Turo,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
Turo.
it's
But this is a car company though that you would rent from if you had bad credit or no.
well, no,
you know.
it
no,
wasn't
he
bad
went
credit.
from a private citizen.
Yeah, so
That's what it is,
they have all
basically.
these. It's
Right,
a
it's not
citizenship
Avis.
app.
It's not.
Yeah,
It's not enterprise. It cuts
yeah,
the
it's not-
middleman out.
Yeah,
So then basically,
you may save a
which
few bucks technically.
this is great. You cannot have a good conspiracy theory, or not even. You know what? I don't even want to use that word. How about a pattern recognizer? Because we just keep on recognizing
Yeah,
these patterns
yeah.
over and conspiracy. That's gay.
Absolutely.
Okay, so there cannot be a good pattern recognition without a Clinton involved.
Yeah.
And here we
Well,
go.
I was gonna say, what's this now?
Chelsea Clinton,
Dun, 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 dun.
daughter
Oh,
of Hillary Clinton,
Her first steps.
sits on the board of IAC Incorporated, which holds a 31% stake in Turo,
The car
a
rental
car
thing?
sharing app used by the terrorists in New Orleans and Las Vegas to rent electric vehicles for their attacks.
There you
So
have
now,
it.
technically,
Dun, dun,
is that
dun, dun.
her first two bodies?
Yeah,
Oh, good
I don't know.
question.
I have to look more into it, but yeah, it kind of sounds like she
She
popped her
finally,
cherry.
yeah, I was gonna say she earned. She would.
There's definitely a Clinton hand that blood needs
But
to
isn't
be
that
on
crazy? Like,
somewhere
it
in
would have
there.
been better if it was 33%.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that would have made it more believable.
Absolutely.
But, what do you call it? So,
Wow, that now it yeah.
isn't
All right.
that funny though? Like these little
Chelsea's
things
a
that people
dog,
find.
too.
There. What's that?
She's a dog.
Yeah, she looks just like her. She don't even look like her mom. She looks like fucking somebody completely different.
Well, no, did you ever see who the father they compared her to?
Yeah, they fucking.
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
is
who
a
knows
looker.
anymore. But no, isn't that great that what do you call it? That the Clintons are somehow involved in
Yeah,
this
right.
again.
Absolutely.
And not even
amazing.
just now the daughter.
Dude, she's
Two
probably
murders.
she's probably like a cat. She probably like sprays shit around when she's at people's
Actually,
house and like, shoots it out
technically-
her ass or something.
How many died? What, 15 plus the shooter in New Orleans?
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Something like that. I
Really?
don't know exactly. And then plus the one. So man, she's got
she's got-
16 bodies already.
Man.
She's catching up to her mom and dad.
Yeah,
Wow,
she ain't
dude.
messing around.
No, not at all.
She ain't
If
gonna-
they're gonna do
but
it.
She
do
ain't
it
gonna
right.
catch up either.
Well, she's
you
like,
never-
my mom and dad started when they were much younger.
Yeah.
You never
So she-
know. And then this is just my favorite headline. Russia finds 7 nightclub attendees for looking too gay in their choice of outfits.
Yeah.
Putin, you're the man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, we really. I mean, he's shutting that
I
Weimar
mean,
shit
even
down.
if that's fake, I
No,
still
I-
love it.
Dude, I know, because you can see it happening. Just 7 Fanooks dressed like wearing leather daddy outfits.
I showed that one to Mary. She busted out laughing.
Yeah, I love that they find him too.
Dude, that's
Look,
fantastic.
you look too gay.
Hey, fun boy.
Yeah, hey, fine boy.
Get the
Let's
room.
That's fucking great. But no, it's very funny that what do you call it? That the Clinton is somehow involved. But okay, so getting back to this Tesla truck in front of Trump Tower.
Yeah.
the
It
ultimate
couldn't be
fucking,
more symbolic. I mean, it's like fucking
I mean,
crazy.
that is why it's there. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously they put it there for a reason. Two in one day. Fucking fireworks that go off, and we got another. And
Did
we
you
go
see the
9/11
film?
again.
That looked kind of cool though, the way the fireworks were
Yeah.
scattering around and popping off everywhere.
But then we have what do you call it? Just goes to show me.
You could see that it was
basically
fireworks.
they're telling you we can do another Oklahoma City.
We could do
Sure.
more.
You know what I mean? Like this
Yeah.
is just a remind. And then Elon's like, "Oh, look at this! The guy, the terrorist used the wrong truck. Little did he know that it was like it's like, dude, this motherfucker was a Green Beret. You gonna
Well,
tell me
you know,
that was a
he doesn't
demolition
know.
inspection?
You
Yeah.
should know
That,
better
like,
than anyone, though, Needles, that Elon's in on the fucking.
That's what I'm
scam.
saying. Like that's what you
Yeah,
know what I mean. Like it's come on, dude. Play a fucking long. You know, go back to South Africa. You know, figure it out.
Go to acting school.
Yeah, because you can't even. It blows my mind the things that they try to do to us to
Well,
like,
the problem is
falter us.
they
Like,
bombard you with so much
Yeah.
bullshit. You know, the thing is, they have to tell you the truth. That's like
Yeah.
their code of ethics.
and then here, you know what?
But
I'll
yeah,
bet
they
you-
just bombard you with all this fuckery.
Okay, so in Guatemala the other day, I was talking to Larry about this. And not the other day. This was November, I think it was. You probably didn't even fucking hear about this, and I will bet because Larry didn't hear about
Nope.
this. All right. At least 200 children and women rescued from Lev Tahor Jewish sect. So Lev Tahor
Where
is
in Salvador or Guatemala?
I thought it was Guatemala. Did you see about that?
You know, I think I saw someone on Instagram about that.
And it just got brushed right under the
of
rug.
course it
Dude,
did.
So these guys have moved from less than 109 countries. But so they've been moving, and basically what's happening is they're taking child brides. There's a lot of human trafficking. There's all of this shit going on, and they state they aren't Zionists. Which, okay, hey, you know, a Zionist usually says I'm not a Zionist.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I don't know what I mean. It's like telling a
exactly.
fat girl, you know, she's a fat.
I'm not a
How
bank-
come the fridge always
I'm not a
fucking
bank
how it
robber.
keeps the snacks under control?
I
You know
didn't
what I
break
mean
the
by
head.
that? The big girls always like hunkering over the hot ones.
Yeah.
Wait.
They're always putting up
The
the.
fridge
I know
guarding
why.
the snacks.
They are. They're always blocking. I got this one. I'm giving her a ride home tonight.
What did you want to talk about? What did you want to talk about, Larry?
Okay. So I get out of the shower. It's like 8:30 in the fucking morning.
Oh, so yeah, that's total subject changing.
Oh yeah.
New story.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. I'm
Oh,
like,
your
what the
Asian
fuck
friend
is-
came over.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, this is exciting. I wasn't expecting him so soon. And fucking, it was
So dishonorable.
it was Tommy, the homeless guy that lives in Elgin.
Okay.
And first thing
He
out
wrote
of
it
his
down. He had to
mouth.
wait it down.
Yeah, well, I got a lot of
It was a
points. I
conversation.
got a lot of points I don't want to forget that were very funny.
This is gonna be good.
So he said,
And it's funny because you and I are going to bounce this back and
Yes.
forth because
Wait, well,
so I didn't meet the guy.
Are you gonna go a little background? Tell us about this
He's
Tommy.
just
How'd
this-
you
he's
meet
this-
this guy?
Yeah.
Well, I've known him for years, man. And
Yeah.
he used to work for Tim all the time, moving furniture.
Okay,
once
so
in
has
a
this
while.
guy always been homeless?
Yes.
Okay, he's always been a drug addict.
Just always moving around.
He's more of an alcoholic, but yes, he's a drug addict.
Okay,
He's a dabbler.
yeah.
He dabbles in all things, yes.
I don't think you dabble.
Anyways,
So Tommy the
Ding-dong.
homeless guy shows up
yeah, and he goes,
to your front door.
yeah.
All right.
And first off, now, I think it's a fucking
He had a
worker
suit on.
because he has like one of these bright orange worker things. I'm thinking it's ComEd to tell me that the fucking lines are gonna be down for a
Yeah.
while. And I just opened the door and all I could smell is booze. And he's like, "Hey man,
man.
Happy New Year." He's like, "I quit drinking." And I'm like,
Yeah,
dude.
5 minutes ago. You got any
And
booze?
he's got a Monaco. He's got a Monaco in his hand.
Oh,
You know, like-
drinking when?
Exactly.
2 seconds, right?
Exactly.
I'm off the wagon. Why,
Yeah.
What's that from Kingpin? What, you buying?
Yeah. I'm off the
So,
wagon.
yeah.
The wheel broke. You got another wheel?
So yeah, he's like, yeah, no, I'm not drinking. Well, I quit drinking. Well, today I'm drinking, and he fucking
Eyes right
backpedals,
to your
and
feet.
he's
He's got a drink in
fucking.
his hand.
So now he's drinking.
He's like, fuck,
So
you got
then-
a beer?
So then Mary's like, hey, can you go to Starbucks? So it's like 9 a.m, and he's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, you can come with me. And
Oh,
he's like,
man.
oh man, I haven't been in a car in like 5 years. And I'm like, oh. He's like, not even in a cop car. And I go, this will be like a field trip for you. I go, you get to ride in the car without
You
handcuffs
should have made him sit in
on.
the back seat. I got these handcuffs. Don't worry. Don't mind the fur.
So we go to Starbucks and we're on the way back. And he's like, hey, can you go to the liquor store? Big shocker, right?
Yeah.
So
Well,
we go
he's
to-
finished at Monaco. He quit drinking.
So we go to the liquor store, and all of a sudden, man, pull right into the spot next to me, Norm, my next door neighbor.
Oh, nice.
He's like, hey, what's going on? I'm
And
like,
then Tommy
hey,
the
Norm,
homeless guy
Happy
gets
New
out.
Year. Yeah. And so I'm like, great, Norm is getting fucking booze at 9 a.m, too.
Nothing wrong with that.
It was pretty
Well,
cool.
Norm's housed though, so he can do that.
Yeah. So it was pretty fucked up, but so he starts telling me about, he's living down there and he's trying to teach these
Lives in a
guys.
tent by the river.
Yeah.
Oh, down
yeah,
at Elgin?
Yeah.
Yeah, in a
And,
tent by the river.
One of the
Literally
he
on the
lives.
Fox
Okay,
River.
now here's where his tent is. He tells me
Oh, really?
there was this branch above my tent, and I wanted to cut it down, so I borrowed a saw from this guy, and I started cutting it, and I was like, "Fuck it, it's gonna take me forever." So I just gave the saw back to him and left it. And he goes, and then about a week later, a month later, a storm comes through.
let's guess what
and
happened.
knocks down a tree, and that branch that he didn't cut off saved him. So the tree is now leaning on. So now he goes, and I got some really cool shit. This Mexican guy gave me a road work ahead sign, and then this one lady,
Some cool shit.
her pug died
things like-
in a pug died in a
Mysterious
tent fire.
accident.
In a tent fire.
Down
so,
in Tent City?
yeah. So here's
Whoa.
the
That
a
spirit.
pillow with the pug on it, and he's like, so I got the little pillow, and it's like my dog now.
With
and
the
he goes,
ashes?
no, just a pillow with a picture of a pug on it.
jeez.
And then he goes,
Oh, so we're
and then he
woofers
goes,
would
and
not
then
approve
this
of
other
this.
guy OD'd over there, and the police tape was there, and then I took down the police tape, so I got that wrapped around my tent now, and he's like, it looks really fucking cool.
No, it doesn't.
And I'm
It
like,
sounds like a
dude,
fucking-
it sounds crazy.
Sounds like
It's
a-
homeless
a
chic.
fucking kid that's got Down
Yeah.
syndrome. You just let him go in a
Yeah.
And I go,
junkyard.
and he's like, he thinks he's the mayor of fucking home, he's
Sounds
out of
like
his
he
mind.
may be.
And he's like, I go, so when you're here hanging out with me at my house, don't you worry like someone's rifling through your shit in the tent? And he goes like
Son of a
he's
bitch,
in
like-
charge.
Oh.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they know better than to fuck with his tent. You know
Well,
what
the
I
mayor's
mean?
got to get out and go and hang out with other people and drink every once in a while.
Absolutely.
He's got to make some calls.
And so he's telling me about this one guy. He's like, I'm not sure this one. So he tells me, I tell him, how about the Harlands? We're talking about the Harlands. I go, how about every one of them's dead? And he's like, even the old man.
Oh, he knew them? Oh, yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
he worked for...
Yeah, because he worked for Tim. And he goes, well, that guy had one foot on the banana peel and the other foot cut off. And he's like, ooh, too soon. I go, no, that's pretty funny. And,
What about Kurt?
No, the dad. Remember his feet cut off from
Oh,
having
yeah, well,
diabetes and
God,
shit.
those poor people. Dude, they used to live in the basement, and the kids lived upstairs.
Oh,
and
my God,
The
it was
house
so
was
bad.
destroyed. There was holes in the
It was
sheetrock.
so
The dogs
bad.
would shit all over the floor. They would be fighting in dog shit, punching... Dude,
Dude, They took a piece. This is going
Oh,
off
the
subject,
floor.
but
Yeah, dude.
A dog shits on the floor. Instead of picking it up, they're like arguing over whose dog it was, and so they just put a big cardboard box over it, and now start walking on it, and it's part of the shit.
Oh, it's
It's
mashed
part of
into
the
wood.
world.
Yeah,
You know what
it's
I
like-
mean? It's like holy fuck, dude.
man.
And so no one's gonna pick this up, and the parents actually had to like go into like a corner in the basement,
Yeah,
and
they-
build a little room that they could be in to be away from these kids.
With
and they're
their
upstairs
stubs?
smoking crack and fighting over a 10-piece and shit all night long. You know, goofy fucking shit going on. They're all alcoholics.
Fucking
Sounds like
Kurt, this dude Kurt. was
Kurt
the
had
man.
just bottles. When Kurt died, did you know that there was just like gallons of like milk jugs of piss?
He just
Yeah,
pissed in
because
the-
he was so lazy. And the bathroom was literally 10 feet from his fucking bedroom. I mean,
Dude, he said he was the best. He used
he
to work
was
for the
such a
carnival.
fucking-
He was a carny. And dude,
Yeah.
he was.
Why am
dude,
I not surprised?
He was the
Yeah.
dude, Kurt was the shit. So what happened was Kurt had a family and
He
shit and all
sounds
that
he, was,
shit.
he, is, he
and
was
he had
nuts.
a dump truck. He had
Yeah.
a dump truck parked in front of his house.
And this was his daily
And you
No,
know
but
driver.
let me tell you something. His wife Maria, when he married this one broad when we were younger, named Maria. She was Greek. She was the most beautiful girl. I was like, Kurt, I don't know what the fuck you did to get
Kurt
this
was a
girl
man.
to say yes. But no, this girl was like,
Okay,
fucking
so then basically he had this company. He was doing great. He got a DUI, and basically lost all his shit. And, he
and the
would
girl
sit-
left him.
Yeah, and he would sit in his parents' house, and he would drink every day, and he would throw the cans in the back of this dump truck.
The
and it
10-wheeler.
filled
A
the
10-wheeler.
whole fucking truck. It was a dump truck. It wasn't a yeah. It was always
A 10-wheeler.
Yeah, it was and it filled the
It was a
whole
big
thing up with
motherfucker.
cans. And everybody would throw their cans in there. It wasn't just him,
Yeah, like,
but the
oh,
whole
man.
fucking thing. And then he turned, and then one day he just left for the carnival.
Oh,
And then he had no teeth. He talked like he talked like Tom almost.
Well, a little worse.
Yeah,
this
and-
sound-
yeah, and then- Yeah,
I don't mean this.
and then he wore this a fedora with a peacock feather in it.
how come this shit wasn't videotaped?
Oh, he had some,
Aye.
because there weren't even cameras back then, were there?
Yeah, I was like, because you can't
Like,
even
well, there were
you can't
cameras, but-
write shit like that.
No.
He was the fucking best. All right, getting back to your homeless guy.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
So yeah,
After
so
they-
he's
after
telling
he
me,
cracked that joke.
So and then he goes, "Oh, that reminds me of so and so Bill or something. He had all his toes cut off." He goes, "I don't know if it was like diabetes, frostbite, or just partying too much." You know, I'm like,
yeah,
"Oh yeah,
those are three
he
variables."
partied, yeah, exactly.
He partied so hard his toes fell off.
Oh
That's
man.
great. There's got to be a genre of
Oh
chords
yeah,
in that.
man. And
Just
then
like
and
smooth
so
nubs.
then there was 2 big tent fires there also. Did you know this?
Yeah.
Did he
And he
start-
said
cordoned
that.
off.
Well, no, he said that if they would have listened to him, because he told them put
Oh,
the
yeah, listen to
flues-
the mayor of the tent city.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
because they have these flues, and he's like, I told him it's got to be 2 feet above the tent.
Oh, yeah.
and it's got to go straight out. And he said the guys that started the fires had it going out the side of their fucking
Yeah, well,
thing.
how the
on
fuck
ground.
is smoke? Come on. Well, you know,
Idiots.
this
Well,
is
they
tent
tried
city.
to- They're idiots.
I mean, we're not dealing with
They
the-
tried
Yeah.
to Igor rig.
Yeah,
Igor rig the
Jerry
fire.
rig it.
Yeah, Jerry rig the fire.
absolutely.
See, this when you cut corners, even in tent cities.
Well,
So-
even though you can't do it horizontal though.
Yeah,
you know
and
what
he
I
does
mean? Like,
think he's
smoke
like the
rises,
mayor
it's like-
of
he-
there.
and then it heats up, and now it's burning all. Okay, so the first fire, you could see it literally tore through half of the encampment.
Did it?
Yeah, you could see it from the road.
He
'cause-
said in the second fire is when the pug died.
"Oh
Yeah.
man."
See, that's where I get sad.
Yeah, that's when I get pissed off.
Yeah.
That these people
The
are down
animals,
there with
yeah.
fucking. You know, it's so funny how we care more about animals than the
Yeah.
homeless.
He said
Well,
that
they
there's-
don't have a choice.
yeah, I
No,
know.
they
but
don't.
It's just so funny.
And he said that there's 3 cats that people own that
Mm-hmm.
live there. That they're smoking crack or meth or whatever, and no one ever feeds them, so they come to him and he feeds them. He's like,
he's
so
the
I
mayor."
take care of these cats too, and he's like, I'm like, of course you do. You have to. You're the mayor.
Handing out chits.
exactly. That's why they gave him the pug pillow. Some
That's a
lady
great-
gave
Here's
him
a
the
reminder
pillow.
of the dog that burned in the tent
Yes.
fire.
Here, you're
10
the
feet
mayor.
away.
Yeah.
Good job, mayor.
Here's the
I
seal.
mean,
here's the seal of the
You're-
city.
The funny part is they're literally 10 feet away from the edge of the Fox River.
Yeah,
so they
no,
have
well, he
water
lives-
there.
yes.
I mean, but they can't
Yes.
even figure out how to put a fire out.
He lives on high ground, closer to the tracks between the
Well, he's got-
river
he's gotta
and the
oversee.
fucking
Yeah,
grass.
He's
well,
gotta
yeah, it's like
oversee.
Thunderdome.
And he's like, and then he says to me,
the
man,
higher you rate,
He's like, oh man, they got really good meth and crack and fucking fentanyl and shit, of course. And I'm like, of course they do. And I'm like, and then he apologizes to me because I gave him a stack of Catachronic stickers that he stuck up and down everywhere on all the train lines and shit. And he's like, all the stickers I wore off. You need to give me another. And I'm like, okay.
All right, Mayor, homeless Tim.
Give him something to do and shit.
Dude, they just need some like bulldozers just to push that tent city
But he
right to
said
the
they're
river.
gonna move him like to the place you told
Frontier.
me. Yes, Needles.
Yeah.
And they don't want to go because not only is it heavily fucking infested with
Bed bugs.
Venezuelans.
but it's also bed bugs, ticks, fleas, fucking every other fucking thing that a dog would have, including roaches that a dog wouldn't have.
Well, I wonder why that is.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. It's not like...
Except these are
But
immigrants.
here's the thing, that's what I
thing
told
is, it's
Tommy. They
crazy.
didn't want to put you into the fucking Waldorf, so you're like, oh, this is great.
Well,
You
because
wanna
they're not
get the
from
fuck
Guatemala
up
or
out-
they're not
right,
from here. You gotta
right.
be. But think about this though. The crazy part is also is that people have died there. Multiple people have died there, and the police just let it go. There's been a fire. The police just let it
It's
go.
kind of got to be expected, though, right?
You know,
and
it's
he
not-
doesn't want to leave because he's the mayor.
He
of that
likes
Well,
place.
it
and because
there.
he can do
Yes.
whatever he wants. He
Yeah,
can't just be getting...
absolutely.
All of a
You
sudden,
can't
he
be
goes
getting
to
all
this
weirded
place
out
where
and,
it's a different language. He's not the mayor
Yeah.
anymore.
And then, now you got two fighting... It's like gangs in
Factions.
New York. Yeah,
Yeah,
gangs in New York.
absolutely.
You got the fucking... whatever.
And he said
taco vendors.
there's different sections of the tent city too. He said there
What's his
must
name
be
again?
500 Tommy.
Tommy the Pug Killer.
No, he didn't kill the dog.
That's a good name.
He said though, but there's big section
the
of
pug.
Mexicans, and then there's a big section of Venezuelans. There's a big section of
blacks, and then
Guatemalans,
there's the-
blacks. But everybody's separated, man,
Yeah, it's a
heavily
red races.
within the fucking thing.
Yeah, it's
so-
like prison.
All the head.
Yeah, they made
Head
their
guys.
own little prison.
That's how it
Absolutely,
works. All head guys
absolutely.
get together. We got to sacrifice this person tonight.
Well, so
Yeah.
now the thing is that they're going to try to push all these people
man.
into somewhere they don't want to go.
And they don't want to go.
No,
they
because
want
they
to
can't
stay
do
there.
whatever
But wait,
they
so what's
want.
wrong? Why are they moving them? What's wrong with this
Because they-
shithole they
people
already
that
Well, it's
killed
killed?
them.
right.
died
Yeah,
there.
and it's out
And
in
the
the
fire-
open, man. It's fucking up the city. It
See,
looks
the
like,
problem
what the
is
fuck?
that-
There's a whole tent city.
So now they're gonna fuck up buildings.
Well, no, it's all tents.
Yeah, it's just
Oh
all-
yeah, they're
that's
gonna
what I'm saying.
move
So
them
let
into.
'em-
Yeah,
let
they'll
'em-
move them in. Yes,
Yeah, but they
will.
can't move them because then they're going to be right back anyway.
Can't
but
they
the
just?
problem
Can't they
is,
just put a big fence around them and get
they
them
could-
caged?
yeah, like
I mean,
like
cage 'em.
Thunderdome.
If you
We
climb
should
out,
build them a Thunderdome.
Yeah.
If you can get to the top. But what do you call it?
yeah, you survive, and
yeah,
there's gonna be
there's been-
shit thrown at
Dude,
you.
there's been, I think, there's been like, because you can see there's like crosses.
Escape from New York.
Yeah. There's like
If
crosses.
you jump in the
out by
river,
the
you can.
place.
Yeah.
So there's multiple people have died down there.
Yes, multiple.
And,
He's using the fucking police tape to decorate his tent with.
Yeah.
It's like one of those like an accent wall. It says police tape.
Oh man.
But so I just don't understand how you can't sue the city. Technically, that's property, right? If someone dies there, like
It sounds like these
Yeah.
people.
Well, how about
Aren't
your
really
friend is telling me?
sophisticated?
Wait,
Well-
Needles, the guy with the train. He gets run out of the tent city.
yeah,
They're
that
gonna
was-
jack
yeah,
him
that
up.
was
They
They're
set
gonna
him
hit
up
with
to
a hatchet.
rob him.
Yeah.
with
They're
the
gonna,
hatchet.
yeah, they're gonna fucking kill the guy basically.
No, they're trying to.
And
A train was
he
coming.
runs into a train running
Into a
away
metro.
from them.
It was but it was coming out of the station right there because Tent City.
Oh,
is-
so it wasn't going at full speed.
no, he'd have been dead.
That's what I'm saying.
So
it's a
10
remarkable story.
It's probably like
That's what I say. That's why you only get his
maybe
arm all
like
fucking teared up.
2 to 3 miles from the fucking what do you call it? From the train station there, downtown.
Yeah,
Elgin.
Tommy said it's on the very edge of the.
right by the library,
Tent
across from the
City.
library.
Yes, and he's naming all these landmarks like I'm supposed to know, and he's like, the librarian over there by the.
Yeah, the
I'm
library.
like,
It's
oh,
literally,
yeah, yeah,
if you
sure.
go to the library, you can go inside, and what the thing is that people congregate from Tent City over to the library
Ah.
because it's within walking distance,
Sure.
And they're not
they can't
reading.
kick them out. Well, they're dealing drugs and
Yeah.
all that
Yeah.
other shit. Yeah, they're doing.
He said because of the so many bums and homeless that they can't sell singles around there either, like the liquor stores and none of the places.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're not allowed
No,
to?
they can. They do.
No, he said they don't. They have a new city ordinance or
Oh, okay,
something
well, it's
where
new
they
then.
don't.
Wait a minute. I'm sure the Indians are finding.
You
a
gotta
way
go
around
to
this.
further. You gotta go further away away from it.
Well,
They
there's-
still can, like in some places. You
Well,
can
they
go
and
get
they installed
singles.
all these fucking cameras too. Like there's a shit ton of cameras, and plus it's crazy because all
But
the
not
ri-
in the perimeter.
well, the river walk is right there, and the boat is
singles.
right there.
Oh man.
You know what
Oh,
I mean?
it's right by the boat too.
Yeah, the boat is right there in downtown Elgin.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why it's horrible.
And they do cool shit.
People are going, let's go to the Elgin boat. They don't know anything about it, and they're like, whoa.
No,
what
the
fuck?
boat is fucking very. They don't.
They
fuck
won't let them
around.
close.
No,
yeah.
they
Oh, I'm
don't
sure there's a perimeter set up.
No,
around
no,
that
not
thing.
even. They just don't fuck around. Their security.
But that's,
24,
what I'm,
you
no,
know
that's what I'm
what I mean?
saying. I'm sure the boat doesn't even let them
But
people
during
close.
the summer, these,
No, but
they
you
come
can
and
see
hang out
it
on the
if you're
boardwalk.
going to
Yeah.
the boat.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
come and
it's
hang
right
out.
over
Driving
there. It's
there,
right over
and
there.
you're from
I
out of
know
town or
it's at
something.
night,
You're
yeah.
like, what the fuck is going on?
Here's the
out
deal.
there?
Is there a festival going on? What's
Like I
going
said,
on?
I've
Yeah,
ran
it's a
into
tent festival.
I've ran into a lot of these people, and I know, and a lot of them are if we want to be here, we have to live cohesively with these people.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, you can't be acting a fool.
And you
That's
imagine
just the way
most
to
people
go.
are, working together, but you always have some screwballs.
Well, yeah, there's a reason that they're. I mean, come on, bring back asylums, right? That's a problem. Is when they shut all
Yeah.
these asylums down, and then all
Yeah.
of a sudden
Yeah.
they started giving people all these SSRIs and all this crazy shit, and then you start throwing crazy drugs into there, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, that's like Bill Burr's
Every
comedy
single
skit.
fucking person I know that did those SSRIs committed suicide.
Yeah, it's just
Every
not good
single
for you,
one.
man.
Just about, man.
I know people that did.
Well, the problem is once you get off of those,
Every person, a
you
lot
get
of
suicidal thoughts. If you, it's like
when
Yeah.
you're on them,
withdrawal.
you
Yeah.
get suicidal
Yeah.
thoughts.
Yeah, right.
It totally, what do you call it? It
Yeah.
magnifies them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it totally
It's
fucks
even
shit
in the
up.
disclaimer. The fucking disclaimer is longer than the drug name.
They're probably handing those things out like they're probably putting that in the sandwiches they're
I
handing.
think they're cutting back and handing those out though, because so many people are like, "What the fuck,
The
man?"
thing is that there's a fucking drug for.
You don't
I'm
see
I'm
as
sad.
many-
Here's a drug. I'm happy.
Yeah, but
Here's a
you don't
drug,
see as
you know?
many depression drugs commercials on TV anymore. They don't
No,
show that.
no, big
Now
dude,
they
well,
show.
you know,
I haven't watched TV in
Well,
a
you
while.
wanna know
so I
why?
don't
Because
Well, my wife watches TV like crazy.
24/7 she watches it. I went in there
So
for like
I know
2
all
minutes,
these
I was like,
weird
nope.
names. They can't even put enough letters of the alphabet together in a
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
enough
Well,
it's
order
'cause
to come
Big
up with a
Pharma
new
controls
name.
all
So
that
you know
shit.
that's how fast they're coming
If you
out
got
with
shit
them.
stain disease,
Huh.
where you
But it's
constantly
dude,
shit
seriously,
yourself.
there's a fucking drug for everything.
You
Now,
think
the-
you're
the
shitting
worst
yourself
is-
now? Wait until you take
No.
these.
Yeah, the worst is to lose fucking weight. You get a loose asshole. That's what it says. You're gonna have leaky discharge from your rectum.
You're gonna have leaky
And
butt.
here's the other thing: it doesn't. It's not like, okay, I lost weight and you get off of it and everything's cool. As soon as you get off of it, you become a fat ass again.
Well, because you have no discipline. That's
Yeah.
what they tell you. They're
Right,
like, It's
right.
like, here you go. Yeah, take this, and it's gonna make you
Don't
lose
change
weight.
anything else. Yeah, don't change
Yeah,
anything else.
Don't stop. eating like a
Just
fat
take
pig,
this.
Don't fucking. Don't
and they had
exercise.
this other one where they show these.
And that's another psyop too. Those
They're
meds
like
aren't
they
good
take
for
the
you.
needle
Oh.
thing and they're holding it for 20 seconds, and the fat lady's saying, 20 seconds a week, and I'm losing 12%. And I'm like, oh man, that cannot be good. What the fuck is in
yeah,
there?
exactly.
Oh, and the needle. Oh,
Yeah.
There's some fuck-
I
And she's
forgot-
got like a twitch afterwards.
I think it's called like Row or something.
Oh, you know what? They got so many
R-O.
knockoffs now.
I mean, it's just like, what the fuck
Yeah, they got
is
so many
that?
knockoffs.
And
I
then
mean,
it
you know
says
what,
if you're
though? That's
allergic
what they
to
want.
Row,
We've
don't
talked-
take it. It's like, how do you know if you're
Yeah,
fucking
right.
allergic
Well,
to
the
it?
thing
Yeah.
is that insurance doesn't cover it too, so it's big fucking money for that
Yeah,
shit.
right.
And who knows what the fuck you're putting in you?
No.
You know, like,
No,
what the fuck is
no.
that? So if you're losing weight,
There's
what the fuck's
probably
that doing to your body?
SV40 in it.
The
There's
Ozempic is
aluminum in
gonna.
there,
I
there's probably
mean,
all
Yeah,
types of
oh, yeah.
shit.
this is all alleged because I don't want Ozempic. I don't want Big O to come after
Big
us.
Pharma. Big Pharma could come after us. That'd be great.
So is that where your homeless journey ended?
Yeah, well, I mean,
What
told
was he-
me
what
a
was he
bunch more.
drinking?
He was drinking
Monaco's.
Monaco's.
Shout
and-
out to Monaco.
Yeah,
I'm a
and then
fan.
he had this really weird color, like green one with lots of fucking.
Oh, I saw that upstairs in the car. I was like,
And
yeah,
I
that's a
said,
fucking
"What
weird
flavor
one."
is that?" And he's like, "I don't know, lime or something." And I look and it says margarita, and I said, "I think it says margarita." He's like, "I don't fucking care," and he just.
Was it like
I'm
a
like,
Mad Dog type thing?
damn.
Fucking mayor's gonna go back hammered.
And then he said to me, and so then I played the piano and fucking played the guitar. We sang. He was drunk as shit, so he's singing all this,
Two
Pink
gay sailors hanging
Floyd,
out.
right? Yeah. And then he left, and he's like, "I'm gonna go visit my cousins, and I think they still live there. They lived there since we were
That's
kids."
all you need is the mayor. Of
I'm
fucking
gonna go
Tennessee.
take the
Did he
train.
have bodyguards?
To my cousins
should
in
have the whole-
Get a
Itasca.
Bodyguard.
surprise visit from the mayor.
Yeah.
There's one guy with one leg.
Well,
and-
shit, dude. I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on? Someone's frantically, and then I think it's the Wichita County lineman or something. The way he's dressed with that green.
Escape convict.
Yeah.
That's what you would do when you're an escape convict. You
And he
wear
just-
orange.
Yeah.
Neon
Well, no, he
orange.
looked like he worked on the
Total,
fucking
the
lines
Polish
up there.
prison escape. They all put these fucking neon jackets
Put
on.
my black marker that says mayor on the back. I think
So,
I'm the mayor.
The best was he's like, "Hey man, I quit drinking. I could just smell the booze." Before he even spoke, I
Dude,
could
the guy had a
smell the
drink in
booze.
his
Wait,
hand.
yeah, wait.
Didn't he?
I think maybe he opened it after he came in the house, but the first thing out of his mouth is, "I quit drinking," and he stank. And he
drinking
maybe
what,
he
water?
did have the fucking drink in his hand.
Well, wait. How did he get
Yes,
here?
he did.
The train.
He walked here.
No,
yeah,
the
from
train.
the train.
Yeah,
They
you
took
can
the
walk
train?
here. You know how long it would take him? 2 days.
Oh yeah, no,
You can't leave Tent City that long without a mayor.
right.
Man.
He's only he can only be
And let me
gone
tell
for
you,
like less than
we're
6
making
hours,
light-
or
we're
else
making-
things will fall apart.
We're making light of this place like we were just talking about. One of my
It's not funny.
A friend that a acquaintance of mine, shall I say, just got chased out of there with a hatchet after trying to get robbed. And the metro train hit him and it busted his arm up, so it blew his arm apart. It was crazy.
Amazing.
And so
he's
this
not
guy tried
dead.
to cut him with a hatchet.
But then the best part
So,
is
the best part.
that they fucking want to sue him for running in
Oh,
front
they
of
gave him
the
a ticket.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Metro Police gave him a
It's
ticket
his
for
fault.
trespassing.
Yeah.
Well, he had a shattered arm.
This place, it sounds like we need to do a pod at this place.
No, man,
Here's
I
the
don't
thing.
think we
Can we do it at the mayor's
By
place?
giving him the ticket, that kind of puts him at fault
Yeah.
in
So you
court.
can't
But you
sue
know what?
him, yeah.
Anyone knows that that's not going to mean a fucking
Listen, if
thing.
you're coming out of
in
Tent City,
reality.
ain't nothing good.
Right.
And then you just happen to run into a train.
He needs
which,
that
let me tell you,
attorney from The Simpsons. What's that guy's name?
Lyle. What the fuck was that guy's name? I forgot.
Yeah.
But no, that shit's hilarious. That place is not to be fucked with. Man.
No.
That
If I
shit
go
is
there, I can
crazy.
go there because I know the mayor and shit. But I
I
mean,
wouldn't go
most
in there.
people.
I wouldn't go in there if you knew the mayor. Or
I'm
you-
not. No, I'm
you need
kidding,
armed
man.
guards to go
And
in
I
that
told him it
joint.
sounds terrible. And Mary was like, "Wow," and he told me, "Well, it's cool because this lady gave me this one lady gave me a couple of blankets and blah blah blah." And I'm like, she's like realizing, and he literally has been there for 3 years living in a tent. He hasn't been indoors for 3 fucking years, and he fucking, his like Grizzly Adams, the fucking huge beard, long hair.
Flies
because
follow
he
him
hasn't
around
done,
in the
yeah,
cold.
man, yeah.
I mean,
Man.
okay.
And
Hey, some people don't care.
and well, here's the thing though. Like sometimes I give him shit, clothes, shoes, or whatever. And he said I'm one of the few people that are actually nice to him, so I can't fucking.
No, because he'll kill you.
No, he won't.
Yeah,
kill
I mean
me.
that's what it boils down to, right?
No.
Yeah, he
won't
looks at
kill
you.
me.
You're
Not
like the
all
king of-
homeless are bad.
He's like the king of Siam over here. He's got a house.
Yeah, but no, he's
got
he's a
electricity.
non-violent chap for sure. He would not kill me
Until you get him violent.
No.
You don't get to become the mayor of Tent City
Well,
without having to fucking
Yeah,
force the
bust a
little
couple,
mayor of Tent City, if you know what I mean. You know, like
Yeah.
you have to instill a little
You have
bit
to
of
kiss
fear.
the hand.
Oh, the dirty, all
dirty fucking hand.
You know, it's just sticky with there's like tree branches and leaves on it from passing out with alcohol stick. You got like sticky hands from the alcohol.
A blackish,
Just
a
like a rubber
blackish
stuck
sheen.
to it. His face is stuck to the pug pillow. He like gets up and the pillow's stuck to his face.
Oh man.
Guy's got to be a real good kisser too.
Man.
Jesus Christ!
And it's fucking.
It is just.
Oh,
the
And I
irony
said
that-
to him, "Don't." And he's like, "Man, I haven't fucking got laid in a long
I
time." And
wonder
I'm like, "Well,
why."
dude, look
You
at you."
don't say.
And I go, "Don't you fucking bang any of them homeless chicks there?" He's like, "Yeah, well, they're all crazy." And I'm like,
Well, you are the
yeah, but
mayor."
so are you."
Yeah, I mean,
What the fuck do you
That's
care
funny
if
that
they're
he's
crazy?
saying
You
that
live in
they're-
a tent.
they're
What do you
crazy.
mean?
The women are crazy there.
Absolutely
Okay.
they are.
What do the men like?
He's got standards.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The irony is like they literally live
He
right by
live-
the river.
Yeah.
And they couldn't put the fire out.
Yeah.
It's like you're looking at the water.
Or like bathe.
Burning.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, that poor
Yeah, they
Paul.
couldn't line up.
R.I.P.
They couldn't line up
homeless
like a,
Paul.
Well,
a
here's the
bucket
thing.
system or something.
Yeah, the bathing part. That's.
Oh, here we go.
So then he starts telling me all the bathrooms, all the toilets around that whole area.
They're not clean.
No, to where you could go take a shit or whatever
This
you
is
need
great.
to do.
Just like India. this
Because
place
he's a
sounds
homeless
like.
guy.
Yeah.
But at least he has the courtesy to go indoors. And he's like, yeah.
Indoors where? Oh, he shits. Okay, I thought you
At
meant he
different
shit out.
establishments.
Yeah, the
no.
library's the number one.
Well,
choice.
yeah,
He
but no,
spreads
but
them,
he's
yeah.
telling me all the different places. Well, you can go to the hardware store, and
Yep.
then there's the.
The Aces right there.
And then he said there's some other bread joint or something,
bread
some
joint?
bakery or something
Oh,
Sounds.
well,
Oh,
that he fucking,
they have a revolving
he
door
keeps
of homeless
he
people
keeps the
shitting in
dirt
there.
bags away from a lot of the places.
He's like
Employ
a-
him to get the riffraff
Oh,
from
yeah,
in
yeah.
front of the
And
place.
they let him
So
use
he's
the
like,
shit.
And he's like, and I know all the riffraff,
The
so it's
homeless
a great
muscle.
job. So he's got money for
I get a
crack
free. I get a
and
free couple
fucking
free
booze.
bagels. I get to take a shit.
Yeah.
this fucking guy sounds like a horrible
He's
life.
a fucking trickster, but no, it's crazy. But he said, the good thing is I learned Spanish, and I'm like, that's great,
All
dude.
right.
He's like, because I'm
No
with Mexicans
good-o.
all day.
No bueno.
I'm like, yeah, awesome.
Oh man.
Where is the shower? God, what a horrible life living in a tent.
And it
Imagine
was
these-
so fucking ironic because it's not like I'm the cleanest motherfucker, but here I am coming right out of the shower, and he's knocking on the door, and he's the dirtiest, filthiest fucking
Did you
thing.
let him sit down?
You're like, I should have
Yeah,
waited
dude, I
6
let him in my
hours.
house.
But you let him sit down?
Yeah.
Right where I was sitting. Dude, you get bed bugs, man.
Dude, that's where you like throw fucking paper.
He
gotta
doesn't
watch
have
out.
a bed.
That don't mean anything. They got piles
He's
of
got
clothes.
tent
and
bugs.
You got to remember, people are rotating through there. If he's the mayor, how many people are his? What population's going on there?
You know, I did start itching when I came in here.
Dude, I had bed bugs once. Fuck that shit, dude.
I didn't let him in my bedroom and shit.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck, dude. They're like Nazis. They're fucking bug
Nazis.
Nazis, dude.
Yeah, oh yeah,
They
they
don't
just
give a
take
fuck.
over.
man,
They don't give a fuck if you're white or you're
started
black or you're
You're
fucking
making me
Asian.
freak
And they
out.
don't
take
give a
over.
fuck. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think they don't bite tiny hats though. There's something in them.
Fuck me, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, well,
Shouldn't
you know,
have let that
probably shouldn't
motherfucker
invite
in.
homeless people in your
I
house.
didn't invite him over.
Well, you let him in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's technically inviting.
Don't you have a peephole?
Here's the thing: I wouldn't have turned him away. Yeah, I did invite him in. I'm not.
After he just said I didn't invite him in, I
I
invited
guess the
him
way
in.
it's
That-
not like
that nose
it's
is
not like
hooking
I
a little
sent
bit
him
more.
an
I
invitation.
quit
to-
drinking.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah,
I
know.
didn't send him an invitation to come over, but yeah, the motherfucker knocked on my door and
It was
I
a
said, "Come
rando.
on in."
It was a rando
Yeah.
visit.
That'd be great if they'd set up a tent in your front yard.
Stay out there,
Fucking
dude. I'll be out in a
hilarious.
minute.
Here, I got a Larryism for you.
All right.
In 1582, Pope Gregory the 11th changed the New Year date from April 1st to January 1st. Some people ignored the change and kept celebrating on April 1st. They were called fools, and this led to the tradition of April Fool's Day.
Absolutely.
Because we just talked about this with
Yeah.
our local correspondent, Senior Woofers for the FBI and the CIA.
That's pretty
which I tried to
interesting,
contact
actually.
him on a satellite phone today, but he's out in the field right now.
Yeah, he's gathering data.
Yeah,
He's on the field kidnapping
he's got-
pugs and fucking putting things up their ass.
he didn't listen to the episode.
Oh, dude, you gotta listen to what this fucking kid was saying.
Oh man.
He said that he kidnapped.
I ask him
he
a
stole-
real innocent question and it just goes sideways instantly.
He
He's
said
like,
he
yeah,
stole P. Diddy's van and was kidnapping children.
I'm like, oh, dude, that sounds bad. And he's like, and then we're putting 5 pounds of marijuana up their butt.
Up the pug's butt. Because he had a pug gang.
That's a dirty job.
That's why pug's on pot. Because they were all,
And I'm like,
they're
well,
all
here's-
his mules.
Oh jeez.
And I'm like, 5 pounds
I
sounds
gotta
like a
listen to
lot
it.
for a pug. I mean, like,
They only weigh 5 pounds.
Oh,
Yeah.
if you're lucky. Well, some of them. But he was very adamant about,
it was funny.
yeah, he's very funny. But,
Poor kid. He's got needles for dead.
oh, stop.
I'm
Get
kidding,
the fuck
I'm
out of
kidding.
here, man. So what do you call it? Yeah, no, I tried to get him out of the field and see if he could call in, but his mom said no.
Yeah. Back to
All right,
work.
so how many people do you think got killed last year in Chicago?
Oh, man. Well, it's probably
Because we
a
were
little
we were
under 2,000.
Well,
probably.
are we talking like gun murders, knife
murders,
just
murders.
murders?
Just how many people got murdered in Chicago?
683.
I'm saying probably 850.
609.
Wow.
Ooh, not bad.
Isn't that crazy?
Very good, Kiki.
Almost 3,000 people
But you know
shot.
they're under-reporting too.
Well, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because there's all. I mean, listen, who fucking knows? I
Right.
mean, at this point in time, what's going on?
But
downtown?
anyways, that was a
But-
good guess, and that was good.
In 2000s, that was New York in the 80s. They used to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
2,000 fucking murders,
it's
which was
craziness.
crazy. And now they're lower than we are.
Well, yeah,
bad.
Isn't that fucked up? So
and it's crazy there too.
Yeah, I think we average in between like 600 and 800 a year.
I think no, this isn't the highest we've had. Yeah, but it's close.
No, but
to
it's
that.
like it's been a steady average.
But
That's wonderful.
That's so messed up. I mean, so it's like basically 2 a day.
yeah, we're definitely.
You know,
I mean, they're
even higher.
And people are worried about.
I was just gonna.
Well,
2.5.
people are worried about what do you call it? The schools and shit. Like we have the worst schools. We talked about that. How that one school
Two a
had.
day keeps the doctor away.
They had like
Yeah.
300. They could have 300 kids enrolled. There was 93, and then they hired more teachers and stuff
staff.
like this just to pad everything. And it was like $100,000 per kid.
Yeah.
Which is, and
Well, honestly, some of these
kids
kids,
that aren't
they're
even
better off
there.
on the street.
none of them could do
No,
math.
dude, they're
None
not
of them
better
could
off.
barely read.
Yeah, they're not
No.
better off in the
I know.
streets. They need teachers that are fucking teaching them. And here's the problem, and we all know the answer to all of the problem with all of these kids that are fucked up like that. It's no fucking parents, no dad. The
Yeah,
fucking
there's no
family's
discipline, there's no-
willy-nilly.
yeah.
Well, I mean, also that's just.
They're controlled by
There's
the
a
streets.
difference of a kid where if he goes home and he knows my dad is going to beat the fucking shit out of me when he finds out I
Oh,
did this.
100%.
Or a kid that has no consequences and he tells his mom, fuck you, old lady. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, there you go.
Well, no, it's
There's
even
your
like the
difference.
guy you said you were working with couldn't read a tape measure.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Idiot. He's got to be a
Well, but
fucking
yeah,
moron.
listen
I
to
tell
this.
you, I mean.
And he's a construction guy that's bending pipe. I mean, are
Well, no,
you
he was an
fucking-
apprentice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
So
he
he's
was an
still
apprentice.
learning.
He was of an African American heritage,
Uh-huh.
and so we were trying to explain to
Well,
him.
probably never seen a tape measure.
Well,
who
no,
knows?
he supposedly went through some of the union training.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so they
So
just,
that should be day one. Here's how you
Yeah.
do the tape measure.
Here's how
So
you
then
do
we
it.
tried to
Yeah.
work with them. And the way that he could only figure it out, as we finally realized it, was to break it down like selling drugs.
And then
Which
he got
actually-
it.
And then he got it.
Well, which makes sense.
Yeah, it really does.
It's like, oh,
It's
okay,
like
shit.
we're like, imagine you're weighing drugs.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean? We're like, well, here's an eighth. Here's a quarter.
Yeah, 1
here's
inch
3
is an
eighths.
ounce.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Here's a half ounce. And he's like, oh, shit. And we're like, 16ths. What's that? And he's like, oh, shit. And like,
Now you're learning both
Yeah,
worlds.
it was-
It's
yeah.
like, yeah.
Well, now you put two and two together, like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
yeah, which it, you know what I mean? You just had to.
But they probably don't even know what a 16th means. They just know that it's this much weight.
Well,
Yeah,
that's,
well,
the
yeah,
problem. They
but
don't know.
idiots.
But,
But that's the thing, like, you know, Katina or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. I don't know how many grams, but just one
Teenager.
16th
I
is-
don't know why they call it that. Because I guess little kids sell it. You know.
Well,
I
then
don't
they
know.
do like tenths. They used to do tenths for when we would buy dope. One
Yeah.
pill was a
Like,
tenth.
you
of
know
a
what
ten-
the
you know,
dubs
10
means,
tenths in a
man?
gram.
The
Yeah.
doubles is a double size.
Yeah, there's 2
capsules.
tenths. Yeah, there's 2 tenths in one. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you're
I'm
getting
just saying.
it done.
But
I
that's
saw
how we
some, when I was getting the capsules the other day for the shrooms. I saw triple,
dogs?
triples. Yeah, they wanted all kinds of money for that. I was like, I can't do it. They wanted like the pack I got was like $8,
Order
and then
from
it was like
Amazon.
the difference of like $35 for
oh, for the bigger
just because
capsules.
they're bigger capsules,
Yeah.
like the big motherfuckers.
whatever.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that crazy though?
Yeah.
No, you
fucking-
just take a couple of the smaller ones.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is they just sell empty capsules. And you can
Yeah.
just put in there whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know, like anybody can just buy capsules and just put drugs in it and
Yeah,
sell it.
it's great.
I remember buying.
wonderful.
We go through that dude that we used to go through in the city. This guy would have 2 shoeboxes filled with capsules of dope,
And on his
filled
way,
just filled with dope.
and then on
And
his
then-
way home, they'd be 2 shoe boxes
No,
filled with
by
cash.
noon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, the other guy would come and pick it up.
Yeah.
What's the thing? Like,
So
who the
this
hell's
guy would-
There
filling
had
that
to be,
shit?
otherwise
This guy
he'd
would
be
ju-
dead.
I mean, we're talking thousands and thousands
Yeah,
of fucking,
that's-
and they would be gone by noon.
How many
'Cause
times
used to-
I
when I
thought,
drove
man,
a-
I'd love to just fucking.
when I drove a cab, I would drive this guy around to do all the deals. So I would just drive him around all day in a
Yeah.
cab, and then he would fucking pay me. And
You know, like when you're
was
waiting,
crazy.
everybody's in line, when it's in a car, and everybody's on the same street, and you know, okay, and then the guy's late, and then you know you're the first guy that he hooks up, and it's like, man, right now is the time. And then you wonder, would all the rest of these fucking junkies have the balls to move on you and do something if you did jack this motherfucker up? Then you'd never be able to go back there again, of course.
But at the
But
same
you'd
time,
have a long supply. But you maybe somebody's probably watching them.
yeah, there's usually
and
two
that was
cars
the other
that go.
thing.
If
That
you're
was the
doing,
thing that always
They
stops
protect
me.
their money,
That's
dude. They're not
that's,
stupid.
That's why.
Yeah, no, the fucking and,
And that's why I always fucking didn't do it, because I think, man, this guy's got to have something going on, because to come up with all this bullshit, with all this shit so brazenly and fucking
With a line.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, this guy would fucking.
It's like somebody's-
a shoebox filled with cash and just hand it out the window. The guy would have another shoebox
Yeah.
filled with capsules.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And this would just happen all.
People are
fucking
lining
day.
up to get like Zeppelin tickets, man.
Oh yeah, and like
Craziness.
Larry said, they would
They're all-
there'd just be 20 cars parked on the side of the
Yeah,
fucking street
yeah.
waiting for this
Yeah.
guy.
And here's
Holy
the
shit.
sad part is you'd see some lady in her fucking
Kids.
house and her kids, and you'd think, man, she knows every person, because you're in a fucking, total ghetto.
School
Yeah.
zone.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah, like nothing really mattered.
She knows why everyone's there, and we've had people confront us. One time, me and Needles were sitting in a car at some like church's chicken or something.
Oh
on the
yeah, I right
north
off
side.
of First.
And there's this black lady on the phone walking by, and she's like, "I just seen two white boys in a car. That can't be no good." And we bust out laughing. Like she's absolutely.
And she was right. Yeah, she was
She ain't
completely
dumb.
right. But the funny
Not
thing
her
is,
first rodeo.
the funny
But
thing is, it's like
shit.
think about it.
You
There's
gotta
just
feel bad for the fucking
two
people
white
that live
kids
there.
sitting in church's chicken, not eating chicken.
Yeah.
What do you think we're
What-
doing
yeah, what
in
are
the
they
middle
doing
of the hood? And
It
the
can't be
black
good.
ladies, you know what I mean?
Even the
Like,
black lady's like,
This can't be good.
what do you mean this can't be? You know exactly what's going on here. Now it's like all of a sudden if
man.
there were like two black guys sitting in the parking lot of a fucking Taco Bell.
right.
Like, oh, that ain't good.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck's about to,
You
what's
know?
about to happen
Yeah,
here?
that ain't good at all. Keep an eye on those guys. But no, that was, oh man.
That was pretty
Dude,
funny.
Larry and I would we would go down to the city, rush hour, just blasting down the
Shoulder.
The shoulder. While everybody's sitting in traffic. It was supposed to be an hour ride.
Well, I don't know if it was
35
exactly rush
minutes.
hour, but
Sometimes it was.
We did do some shoulder blasting.
Garbage on the shoulder, just fucking
Oh,
ricocheted
dude,
all over the
stalled
place.
and ass
And
to
then
get
on the way
down
home, though, man, we drove real
Oh,
slow.
yeah,
Yeah, I wonder why.
we wanted to relish in this situation.
We'd be listening to either it was NWA, Niggers for Life, or fucking Rancid, and Out Come the Wolves.
That's it.
Those are the two tapes that I had.
And then we'd like all of a sudden we're
Like a
just
complete
driving,
180. Oh,
dude,
only
dri-
takes
yeah.
that.
driving in traffic. Roll fucking wake up.
Yeah,
People
people
honking
honking.
at you.
You want to hear a great Larry and I story, dude? So one day,
He's like, oh
dude,
no.
one day we got high on dope, on heroin, and we went for a ride on Larry's scooter, Larry and I.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee.
So I sat on the back, and I had my arms around,
Oh man.
and we drove down the
Zipping
street,
around.
and we were at a stoplight, so Larry stops, and I just nod out, and I wake up, and it's a minivan with kids in the van.
Oh.
And they're just staring at us. I look over, Larry's nodded out. And we're just
He's the
waiting.
driver.
Yeah, we're waiting at the traffic light. So then we go down the street to this reservoir. And
And
we
I'm just fucking going, and I'm following this path, and I'm like,
well,
wow,
no,
this
we go
is pretty cool.
we go into the big reservoir down the street from here, and we're driving around the reservoir. No more. You're not
Yeah,
supposed to
no more.
no more rides.
bikes.
Yeah. So we're just doing laps around the reservoir.
Oh, man.
You're
There's
like,
two people
fuck
there,
you.
and then we go into the woods, and we like end up in some lady's backyard.
They're having like a party. It's like a family and having tea or
Come out
lunch
of
or
the
something.
woods.
And
Two
I'm like,
gay
wow, look
guys.
at this. And there's this
You guys probably have your shirts off and
there's
shit.
this little
Back- my
bridge, you
pants are on
know?
backwards.
And we're riding through like the woods, and all of a sudden there's this like little wooden bridge, and I'm like, wow, this is really weird. And I go over it, and we're in someone's
This is gonna be
backyard. And I'm like, what the fuck, man?
I have to get off
And the
the
people-
moped, and then he's got to back it up. And I mean, we look like death has come over. And I mean, I've been on a bender for like 2 years already right now. So I just look like death. And Larry, I mean, look at him. Imagine when he's the dope. I mean, he's high as hell. And we're just like looking at these people. And we're just like backing. I'm like backing away. He's moving.
I'm like, oh,
Pulls the
wow. I'm like,
moped
I'm
back.
sorry. I tell the people.
Pulls the moped backwards into their yard facing them. And I just get on and we drive through their yard.
Take off.
Yeah, just take off, go over the. It was literally a little wooden bridge like this that went over like a little
lake, a little river.
You know where it was?
The
It was
grandfather built it or
by
something?
the fucking baseball
was so
diamonds
funny.
over by fucking
Medina?
by Vinny's house.
Oh, over there.
Over there,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh,
by
I don't
there.
even know how we ended up in these people's backyard.
Oh, man. Oh,
And then
that's
we would go
classic.
riding around the baseball field doing donuts. 2 grown men.
Oh, man.
So that always makes me laugh because I didn't know how we got anywhere.
Good
It was
times.
like time travel.
Yeah.
You'd like drive and then you'd wake up and you'd be like, "Where the fuck am I?" And then Larry'd be like, "Where are we?" Like, "What the fuck, man?"
How did we
Drive.
get here?
Like,
Every time you stop,
Yeah,
yes,
you-
it's a new day.
and there's like 6 stoplights.
But sometimes
you'd
you'd snap out of it and you're like, man, I went a long distance from where I thought
like
I was.
5
And I have
miles.
no idea
Yeah,
what the
we-
fuck just happened.
Like, pull in here. That's all right. Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
They're not as cool as they used to be.
No.
Yeah, or at least when you first start doing them.
Yeah, now they're gonna be. Now it's
Oh,
gonna. be...
Now
yeah,
it's
now
too
it's
dangerous.
too crazy.
Yeah, no.
What time are we looking at?
Yeah.
105.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, no, it is craziness. Oh, man.
Yeah. That was some good shit, though, man.
Yeah.
We also went I think we went down there and copped one time on the fucking scooter, too.
To
At
the
least
city?
I know I did, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And I think I remember coming back one time with needles on the back, slumped over.
It was very dangerous. I'm surprised we
It
didn't get
was
arrested.
very
But we didn't
fucking
have police on us.
dangerous.
I don't think you're allowed to be on the highway with that shit.
No, we didn't go on the
weren't
highway.
on the highway.
Oh,
we
it's
were
not-
out on surface roads, man.
It's like 30 miles.
Go into the city on this fucking
That's what I'm
side
saying.
street.
And then he's bitching at me because I gotta be needles. Yeah, so I got all my gear on me. So it's like now you're just out in the open.
Oh, man.
So we're like park the bike here, and I'm just behind.
you want to party and
doing on the
there's
like,
really
on the
nowhere to
road.
hide. You're on a
Yeah.
fucking motorbike.
Behind a dumpster.
Like, all right, he's bitching it. We gotta go. I'm like, dude, fucking relax, man. Kid's gotta do his thing.
Hoping you don't hit a pothole.
Yeah, it was very fun. So, all right, well,
That's craziness.
it's good to have Kiki back.
Yeah.
It's good to be
And
back.
hey, man,
Yeah, Happy New Year, guys. Love you.
Yes,
Love you
2025.
guys,
Yeah,
man.
And
likewise, brother.
Tom's Free
And
Clinic.
shout out to
is-
our boys,
got a new-
Cadillac, and
got
got
a
some
20
specials?
Yeah, he's got a January thing. It's
Special.
called the January Love
that's what the
Affair.
coat hanger's shaped like a J.
Yeah. At Tom's Free Clinic Automotive and Veterinarian Services. It's a good place. You
Didn't he
got
say
one?
he's got some new videos on YouTube now, like self-help, like do-it-yourself type
Actually, don't do this.
Yeah.
Do the opposite of what I say.
shit? Self-help.
Pumping and dumping.
Oh, no.
You got a metal coat hanger in your house.
Oh, man.
You're in a pinch.
We
No,
guys, one of you
that's
guys
not
can
the
do
thing
the
to
thing
do.
if you want the jingle.
Do you got one?
No, I don't. I lost
Neither
it.
do I.
That's fine. We can go out.
Something's
Like,
wrong.
follow, subscribe if you listen this long.
Yes,
I know
yes.
we're gonna
Like,
exactly
follow,
easy on your
subscribe,
ears.
and let me get this fucking intro, outro thing going.
Shout out to all our boys and shit.
Yes.
Thanks for listening.
All of our listeners that actually listen, man. We love you guys. You're the fucking greatest. I'm not kidding.
If you got a Christmas tingle,
Oh, that's why you don't rush
If
a
you,
time.
got, if you got a Christmas tingle, what?
No, if you got a tingle from your Christmas jingle, call Tom's.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Peace.